Hi friends, we are going to see some more integrals by using beta function. So first example is integration 0 to infinity x raised to m minus 1 upon a plus bx raised to m plus n dx. To solve this, we will put bx equal to at upon 1 minus t. Therefore, a plus bx, this is equal to a plus bx is at upon 1 minus t. Now a plus at upon 1 minus t, that is a into 1 minus t plus at upon 1 minus t. Then this minus at plus at will get cancelled. Therefore, a plus bx, this is equal to a upon 1 minus t. Now on differentiating this, we get derivative of a will be 0, derivative of bx, that is b dx, this is equal to differentiation of this. So differentiation of this will be minus a upon 1 minus t whole square into derivative of 1 minus t, that is minus 1 dt. Therefore, we get dx equal to a by b into 1 upon 1 minus t whole square dt. Now, when x is equal to 0, we get t equal to 0. When x is 0, we get t equal to 0. And when x approaches infinity, we have t equal to 1. Since when t approaches 1, x will tend to infinity. Therefore, the limit varies from 0 to 1. Therefore, this integral become integration 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1. Now, the value of x is a upon b into t upon 1 minus t. From this, we have simply divided by b. Therefore, value of x is a by b into t upon 1 minus t. So, this raised to m minus 1. So, we will get a by b raised to m minus 1 into t upon 1 minus t raised to m minus 1. Again, in the denominator, we have a plus bx raised to m plus n. And the value of a plus bx is equal to a upon 1 minus t. Therefore, 1 upon a plus bx, this will be 1 minus t upon a. Therefore, a plus bx raised to m plus n, this is equal to 1 minus t raised to m plus n upon a raised to m plus n. Therefore, we have this term, that is 1 minus t upon a raised to m plus 1 into dx is a by b into 1 minus t whole square dt. Therefore, this integral will become integration 0 to 1 a by b raised to m minus 1 t upon 1 minus t raised to m minus 1 1 minus t upon a raised to m plus n into a upon b into dt upon 1 minus t whole square. Now, we will see the power of a. Here the power of a is m minus 1. Here the power of a is minus m minus n, since a is in the denominator. So minus m minus n. And here the power of a is 1. So plus 1. So we will get this m, this minus m get cancelled. Minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. So a raised to minus n, that is 1 upon a raised to n. Since a is a constant, we can take it out. So here we get 1 upon a raised to n. Similarly, in the denominator, the power of b is m minus 1. And here the power of b is 1. Therefore, the power of b in the denominator will be m. So therefore, we have 1 upon a raised to n b raised to m into integration 0 to 1 t raised to m minus 1 into 1 minus t raised to n minus 1. Since the power of 1 minus t here is m plus n, and here the power is minus 2, and here the power is minus of this one, that is minus m plus 1, so m minus m get cancelled, and minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1. So the power of 1 minus t is n minus 1. And by definition of beta, the value of this integral, this is equal to beta of m minus 1 plus 1, that is m comma n minus 1 plus 1, that is n. Therefore, the value of this integration, definite integral, is 1 upon a raised to n b raised to m into beta of m comma n. Now next example is integration 0 to infinity x raised to m upon 1 plus x raised to n dx. So to solve this, we will put x equal to t upon 1 minus t. Therefore the value of 1 plus x will be 1 plus x is t upon 1 minus t. So this is equal to 1 minus t plus t upon 1 minus t. Therefore 1 plus x equal to 1 upon 1 minus t. So on differentiating this, we get dx equal to 1 upon 1 minus t whole square dt. Now when x is 0, t will be 0. When x is 0, t will be 0. And when x approaches infinity, t approaches 1. Since as t approaches 1, we will get x equal to infinity. Therefore the limit changes from 0 to 1. So this integral become integration 0 to 1 x raised to m. Now the value of x is t upon 1 minus t. So this raised to m means t raised to m upon 1 minus t raised to m. Now in the denominator we have 1 plus x. Now the value of 1 plus x is 1 upon 1 minus t. Therefore 1 upon 1 plus x will be 1 minus t. So this raised to n, this is equal to 1 minus t raised to n. Therefore 1 upon x, 1 plus x raised to n will be 1 minus t raised to n. And dx is 1 minus t whole square dt. So this integral become integration 0 to 1. The power of t here is m, and the power of 1 minus t will be, here the power is n, here the power is minus 2, and here power is minus m. So we will have integration 0 to 1 t raised to m 1 minus t raised to n minus m minus 2 dt. And by definition of beta, the value of this integral will be beta of m plus 1 comma n minus m minus 2 plus 1, that is n minus m minus 1. So the value of this integral is beta of m plus 1 comma n minus m minus 1. Now next example is integration 0 to infinity square root of x upon 1 plus 2x plus x square dx. So this integral can be written as integration 0 to infinity square root of x, that is x raised to 1 by 2, and 1 plus 2x plus x square. This is the square of 1 plus x. Therefore this can be written as 1 plus x whole square. Now we have seen this example, that is integration 0 to infinity x raised to m upon 1 plus x raised to n dx, and the value of this integral is this one. Simply here the change is, here the value of m is 1 by 2 and the value of n is 2. The value of m is 1 by 2 and the value of n is 2. So using this formula, the value of this integral will be beta of 1 by 2 plus 1, that is m plus 1, comma n minus m minus 1, that is 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. So value of integral will be beta of 1 by 2 plus 1 comma 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1, that is beta of 3 by 2 comma 1 by 2. And if we solve this further by using relationship between beta and gamma, the value of this integral will be pi upon 2. Now next example is integration 0 to infinity x raised to 10 minus x raised to 18 divided by 1 plus x raised to 30. So we can write this as x raised to 10 upon 1 plus x raised to 30 minus x raised to 18 upon 1 plus x raised to 30. Therefore this integration becomes integration 0 to infinity x raised to 10 upon 1 plus x raised to 30 minus integration 0 to infinity x raised to 18 upon 1 plus x raised to 30 dx. Now again by using this same formula, that is integration 0 to infinity x raised to m upon 1 plus x raised to n, this is equal to beta of m plus 1 comma n minus m minus 1. The value of this integral will be beta of 10 plus 1, that is 11 comma 30 minus 10 minus 1, that is beta of 11 comma 19, minus integration 0 to infinity x raised to 18 upon 1 plus x raised to 30 dx. The value of this integral will be beta of m plus 1, that is 18 plus 1, that is 19 comma n minus m minus 1, that is 30 minus 18 minus 1, that is 11. So beta of 11 comma 19 minus beta of 19 comma 11, and we know that beta of m comma n, this is equal to beta of n comma m, since the beta function is symmetric. Therefore the value of this integral will be 0. Now next example is integration 0 to infinity x raised to 5 into 1 plus x raised to 4 upon 1 plus x raised to 16. So we can write this as x raised to 5 plus x raised to 9 upon 1 plus x raised to 16. We have simply multiplied x raised to 5 inside, and again we can split the numerator as x raised to 5 upon 1 plus x raised to 16 plus x raised to 9 upon 1 plus x raised to 16. Therefore the value of this integral will be integration 0 to infinity x raised to 5 upon 1 plus x raised to 16 plus integration 0 to infinity x raised to 9 upon 1 plus x raised to 16 dx. Now by that formula the value of this integral will be beta of 5 plus 1, that is 6 comma 16 minus 5 minus 1, that is 10, plus the value of this integral will be beta of 9 plus 1, that is 10 comma 16 minus 9 minus 1, that is 6. And since beta of mn, this is equal to beta of nm, we will have this is equal to 2 times beta of 6 comma 10, and the value of beta 6 comma 10, this is equal to gamma 6 into gamma 10 upon gamma 10 plus 6, that is 16. And if we solve this further, we will get 1 upon 15015. So the value of this integral is equal to 1 upon 15015.